All right, here we are for page 5. I had this drawn backwards, so I went ahead and fixed that. I have, and I forgot to say this earlier, I usually mark where I put my magnets with a little asterisk, so you kind of know where they go. See here, asterisk, asterisk, yeah. So that one will have 2. This one only has 1, but this is where it shouldn't be. I did find my handy dandy, so all is right with the world again. To remind us what page 5 looks like, we are going to be doing the preserve and pickle page. This one has all kinds of just little, all put together. So it looks like a lot of pieces, but honestly, it's pretty easy to put together. So you'll open this up. You've got nothing on here except just, I mean, you can see the pocket, but open it up, and here we have a pocket, and here's a big pocket, and here's a little pocket that's in our big flap here, and here's a little pocket. So again, tons of pockets. This is where I forgot to put my magnet before I put this paper down. So you got this random weird sticker. We're gonna not do that this time. Of course, whoever I give this to will just think it's lovely. All right, so that is what we're gonna do. I have page 5. And here's our base page 5. Top, spine, bottom. You okay? Oh, I know. My little puppy's a sleepy, sleepy dog today. All right. So I did mark a symbol in this order. We're going to do it in this order because we're building pockets on top of pockets. So if we actually started with A, it just wouldn't work. The other thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and put an asterisk right here on D, because that's where I need to put my magnet, and here on A. So hopefully I won't forget. So let's go backwards. Sorry. So D is going to be just a very large pocket. It goes on the side of our base page. So this is page 5D. We're going to snip it off those corners. Remember, slightly curve it at the end. Just keeps everything from interfering whenever we fold it together. Go ahead and fold. Fold and fold. Burnish down. Oh, I like this one so much better. So there's our D pocket for page 5. It is going to go over here against the spine because our other pocket that's going to have A on it is going to come from this side. And that will keep anything that we put in this pocket from sliding out because our spine is over here. So a scrimmaging of glue. A little bit more here. So it is New Year's Eve. I will be crafting until it's time to go to my mother's. Went and got my Aunt Darlin this morning. So she is over there. It's going to be a hot mess. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so remember, line up bottom left corner to bottom left. Line it up as best you can to the side. and then press down so everybody gets to hang out with each other. Smush them together. I like to check, especially on my big pockets. There we go. Just sometimes feel if it doesn't come running out the sides, I didn't put enough on there. That's better. That one's good. All right, so there is our first pocket, pocket D. We are going to put a magnet up here towards the top. So I'm going to go ahead and slap that down. I'm going to put a small pocket here. That will be C. So I don't want it to interrupt with that. So this looks perfect. That's handy. So there's that. Smush it down. And now we need C, which is going to be a pocket that's going to go right here. If you want to do your border, now it's time to do it. So go through, cut those off. Don't forget to curve slightly. Fold and burnish. Fold and burnish. All right. Ooh, slap it with some glue. I think that's where I've been going wrong. I haven't been getting close enough to that top line. The bend line. Ooh, there we go. Oh, for the love. Okay. Remember, bottom left to bottom left. Line it up on the side. All right, and our side of our pocket comes out right here at the side of our big pocket. So the right side of C should line up with the right side of D. All right, we are good. All right, now this one's going to be showing to the front. So now we want to put B on, which is going to be our door that swings open here. I did put a gusset on it because we're going to have the pocket underneath it on the inside. And we've got this one. And when you don't and you have pockets like that, it just tends to end up bubbling up kind of like this. And I just don't want that. So, boy, I did this whole page backwards. Maybe that's how I attach whole pages upside down. All right, so let's go ahead and fold. And then fold that gusset. All right, so we are going to attach this to the right-hand side of our page. So get out your glue, your tape, your speckle, whatever you are using. But despite what my niece says, we are not going to use fake fingernail glue. She thinks I should because it works really well with her fake fingernails, don't you know? She's 6. All right, I'm going to line up my bottom corner. Line it up on the side. Go ahead and flatten out that gusset so you can get it in there. All right. Well, it's lined up on the top. It's a scrimmaging short on the bottom, but that's all right. There we go. So there is B, which will come right to here. And now right in here, we are going to put a pocket over here because we don't want anything to interfere with our pocket here. Pardon. So, snip the corners. And I throw my trash up here. Up here because there's a big window right there. And in the window sill, because I have my desk pushed up to it, I have, oh my, I have this, which will hold 3 separate things of paper. So that sits right down in there, so it doesn't take up my desk space, but it is right there and ready to use. And on the other 2 sides, or to that side of it, I have 2 trash cans. Tiny little Dollar Tree trash cans. So I can just throw my trash right there. Makes it very easy. All right, fold and burnish. I feel like there ought to be a song involved there. But I won't sing for you because even my precious child, when she was tiny, would ask me to turn the radio up if I decided to sing along. All right. Spackle it. Oh, for the love. There we go. So an exciting thing happened this morning. For Christmas, I got my husband one of those big Blackstone griddles. We've been wanting one, partly because I've just recently been diagnosed with asthma. And cooking smelly foods in the house, such as bacon, fajitas, can sometimes set me off. All right, remember, bottom corner. So I got him one for Christmas. What he hasn't realized is what it also means is less cooking for me and less dishes. Because when he cooks in the house, he uses every pot and pan, every bowl, every utensil that we possibly have. And for whatever reason, I love him dearly. He is a brilliant man. But he has not quite figured out how the dishwasher works. So I have found the perfect thing because he made a whole breakfast for us this morning, and all I had to put in the dishwasher were plates. It's the best gift I ever got him. He just doesn't realize it's a gift for me. So I feel a little Twitter about that still. All right, so pocket D, pocket C, door B, pocket B1, and now we're going to add, you know what it's called, pocket A. And pocket A is going to go on top here. But if I attach it that way, oh, that's right. So whenever I did the other book, I ended up having to attach another pocket here because if you glue down the sides of A, it's just not going to fit in there. So I think what we're going to do, and this will already be on yours tutorial, the written part, but I am going to add, I'm going to change A. So you get to watch me do that. I totally forgot. So we want this to essentially be a very long, a slimline pocket. So this will go to from 8.5 to 9. And this will go from 4 1/4 to 5 1/4. And we're going to score 1/2 inch on the left, the top, and the bottom. And then we're just going to cut part of that off, and I'll show you where. So, pardon the noise. All right. Now when I'm cutting my paper, I like to line it up because sometimes it's not quite even. God love those paper companies, but they don't always get it quite even. All right, so I said 9. There we go. By 5 1/4. Bum, bum, bum. There's that. I'll get out my scoreboard. Again, I do mine cattywampus. Where is it? Okay, so we're going to do, this is the 9, do a 1/2 inch along the 9. So I'm going to turn it. Do a 1/2 inch on one side of the 5 1/4 and a 1/2 inch on the other side of the 5 1/4. So the left, the top, and the bottom. And this is page 5A. There we go. You've already got this made. All right. Kinky miter those corners. We're going to go ahead and fold it in. I am noisy today. Fold and burnish. Fold, burnish. I don't need that one. So what I will end up doing is attaching this. Oh, I did it upside down again. Page 5A. You're going to fold this. Score it on the top, the bottom, and the right. Okay. We're going to attach this onto here. But we are not going to need the whole thing. So, if we were to line it up here on the inside, this is just so we know where we need to cut, because we don't need all of this on there. So we're going to cut this portion off. Right, so I'm lining it up where my page, not my gusset, but my page bend is. Line it up. Line up my ruler on this side. Mark it here. Mark it here. And then we will go ahead and fold it out. We're going to snip it right there on that line. Same with the other side. And here's our fold. Right, here's our pocket. So we don't want to cut this arm off, but we are going to cut this arm off. Just go as close along that line as you can. So we're going to cut straight up. Now I cut just to the inside of where the hump was. So right along here, not on this side of it, but on that side of it. That's where I'm going to cut. Oh, that's the steadiest my hand has been all day. Ta-da! And there's our pocket. Oh, that's going to work so much better. And won't be as bulky. All right, so we're going to close our flat B. And we are going to put A right on top of it. All right, so let's go ahead and glue. Page 6 is going to be a pretty simple page too, so it shouldn't take too long, especially if you have it pre-cut. Of course, if you don't, that's fine too. You can just hit the pause. All right, so this is the correct orientation for our page. I'm going to turn it upside down, right? So here's the pocket, B1, here is C. Just so I can line up my bottom corner with the bottom, which actually is the top. But this works best for me. Look at that glue sliding out. That makes me happy. All right, press it down. Press it down. Press it down. Clean up my glue. Then we can open it up, press down from the inside. Well, it's only off by a scrimmage there. Let's get the X-Acto knife out, and that will finish that. There we go. Sorry, I know I say we are our worst, but some things would drive me crazy. There. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I'm just crazy. Okay. Now we need to place our magnet right here. So I will get my little piece of tape, get my magnet, and line up my pocket. And there it is. All right, and the paper, when you start layering your paper on here, is going to stiffen this up a lot. Now, whenever I am doing paper, what I will do, and just pretend that this is the proper width. I'm not going to worry about putting the paper all the way down. That's why I didn't go ahead and put the paper on. Unless I am attaching something like when we were doing that envelope, or when we do the movable waterfall, I don't worry about putting the pattern paper on until I'm done. And this way, it's going to save a lot of paper, because whenever you go to put your paper in here, I would just make sure that you have an inch or so in there and then cut it off. So instead of using a whole 8.5, you can just use a little bit. Same thing on this side. You won't need it to go all the way back here. You only need it to go a little bit of the way. And again, 4x4 cards. That's a good way to use them. All right, there's our page 5. Now we're going to go on to page 6. I will see you in the next video.